Hi, this is a quick tutorial on how to use the gradient mesh tool. It's a cool way to create trippy effects like this. It's a good way to add shading to projects, and it's also just like a really fun way to make illustrations look better in Illustrator. Today we're going to use it to make this kind of cool background, or at least something similar to it. So we're going to start by drawing a rectangle that's just the size of our artboard over here. I'm gonna try and use the same palette that I used for this last one, but it's kind of a very fluid tool, so we'll see how it looks. And then after we have this rectangle done, and this is gonna be the base of our shape, we're gonna go to the mesh tool, and that's just U as a shortcut. And we're gonna start adding meshes. So right now it's just one big rectangle, but we can add some variations. So I'm gonna go in on the side right here and add a line. And now you can see if we change the color of this from this purple to say teal, oh, look, now it's a gradient. That's really fun. So I'm gonna change this point right here that was created at the same time to the same teal. Awesome. And so now you can start to see the gradient part of gradient mesh, and I'm going to go in and add some curves just like this, and just grab a point and drag it, and it makes some awesome curves. All right, and we're going to add a couple more points so we can get some color variations going. So here's a brand new point. I just clicked right here on the edge again, and this one is a kind of dark cobalt blue. So we're going to click on blue, and now it's blue. You can also click by going in here and picking a color. Then we're going to go to this point over here and make that the same blue. Awesome. And you can see that you can get like really layered effects. You can add gradient on gradient on gradient, and that's how people kind of get some very cool oil slick patterns, or something a little bit funky, a little vaporwave. But yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and keep adding points and curves so you can kind of watch and get an idea of what's going on. And you can move stuff by clicking and holding on it while you're in the puppet mesh tool, or sorry, the mesh tool. The one thing that isn't great about the mesh tool is that points become very fluid. So if you hold it on shift, you can kind of make it return to its original spot, but just moving this around can kind of alter the shape. Definitely be careful of that when you're making a project, that you don't end up with something with like really curvy edges on accident. I feel like even that's a little too curvy. So we're adding a new point. And you can also feel free to add points anywhere on the artboard. It kind of creates different effects, especially if you start doing like these intersecting vertical lines. You can get really crazy stuff. And that's actually really cool, and I'm probably gonna just keep it. Hopefully it doesn't make the text too hard to read. Yeah, that's awesome. And honestly, if you're doing something weird or it's not working, my biggest tip is just to check that you're still on the mesh tool. Okay, so I'm actually really happy with how this looks. So I'm just going to add my graphics. And yeah, that's the mesh tool. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm always available on Slack. I'm also on Zoom, so Mondays from 6 to 8. If you have any questions about Illustrator, feel free to visit me. Yeah, thank you.